Good morning, world. Space Cowboy here, coming from the interplanetary good vibe zone, of course. And yeah, sorry for the lack of videos. And um, it's been hard trying to keep up with a schedule, only because, of course, anytime I try to plan to do anything, life decides to kick me in the ass, and stuff happens. That again. Apologize. Uh, for not really keeping up with the upload schedule like I was planning on, but like I said, life stuff happens. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna give you a nice little easy video real quick, and I actually wanted to do this sometime last week, but you can still do it now. So here we go. There is a Capcom survey that you can go ahead and get yourself involved in. Um, and it's pretty good. I actually advise you guys. This is pretty much what this is. I already did this survey once, but I'm gonna do it again on an alternate email that I have. Uh, and yeah, like I said, these usually are very important to do, just because these are the type of things that Capcom looks at later on down the line, and usually it's not guaranteed, but usually major stuff kind of happens after as a result of these like super surveys. So that's what we're gonna go ahead. We're just gonna go ahead and quickly go over this. Pretty much after you go ahead and you enter all of your little general information, all that stuff, and you actually get a pretty cool little intro right there and all that stuff. This is essentially the survey. It's pretty quick. It's not long at all. 10 easy questions. Now, for me, this was a bit of a struggle just because Capcom is like one of my top favorite companies when it comes to like a lot of games. Like obviously, like Street Fighter, Mega Man, like pretty much. Well, obviously they had a lot of fighting game stuff, so it's like Street Fighter, Darkstalkers, Rival Schools, and funnily enough, which of the following Capcom games do you like the best? Again, there's so many different games that I couldn't put here. But here's one that I'm going to put in real quick. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know why they didn't put Heritage to the Future. Hold on, let me put JoJo again. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Win. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm just gonna put JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because I assume they know what I'm talking about here. Who is your favorite Capcom character? Now, previously I did put I put Mega Man EXC, but I also had Lan in it too, so it had Lan Hikari and Mega Man EXC. So this time, damn it, no, wait, fuck, I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. What? Hold on. There's no way you're telling me my man's is not in this list. Rashid is not in this? Fine. You know what? It's fine. I'll just put Makoto. I'll just put Makoto. It's fine. You won't let me put Rashid, so I'll just put Makoto. It's fine. Okay, and then here's the third question. So, what do you look for in Capcom games? Obviously, I look for accelerating gameplay. It's one of the best things they're known for. Same thing with the unique and captivating characters. Superb graphics. I mean, kind of looked for that in any game, but I'm not like groveling at the feet of like, oh man, I hope this game looks amazing. Personally, for me, memorable and moving music. Capcom. Uh, at least for me, Capcom is a company that usually does a really great job when it comes to the music in their games. DMC has that high octane, like rock music. Street Fighter has so many different types of bumps. Battle Network has some of the best music in the Mega Man franchise, at least for me. And even I mean, just the Mega Man franchise as a whole, not just Battle Network. Like, think of how many fucking iconic songs the Mega Man franchises has put out. It's Capcom has really good music. What image do you have of Capcom? And then this is like you can mark three of these. Definitely, they are master of their craft. I think so. Obviously, especially when it comes to fighting games, Capcom is one of the. They're definitely one of the goats when it comes to fighting games. Obviously, not just talking about Street Fighter. They have a whole bunch of other fighting games, which is something we'll get back to in a second in here. But weird in a good way, pioneers, a hub of amazing creators. I do think this. Excuse me, can't talk. Wow. Playful, unique, extremely meticulous. The HQ is in Japan. Yeah, because they are a Japanese company. Global competitor. I mean, it's Capcom. It's Capcom. Come on, it's Capcom. Why wouldn't they be? Despite the jokes and all this stuff, like, come on, we're talking about the company that puts out Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and even back in the day with all these other different franchises. Like, it's just like Capcom is well known for a reason. Uh, so we'll do that. Now here's the fifth question. Here's a good one right here. Are there any Capcom game series, including spin-off games, that you would like to see get a sequel or a new game? Uh, a lot. I mean, you know what? I listen. This series is dope. It's very much like a Muso like game series, but I love my Muso games. Okay, and Sengoku Basara is a goat. Actually, if you haven't seen the Sengoku Basara anime from back in the day, you for y'all young ones out there, y'all definitely gotta watch that. That shit's good. Some good stuff right there. Damn it, I missed Lost Planet, but I did pick this one already. Breath of Fire. You know what? Screw it. I haven't played Breath of Fire in a very long time, but I'm gonna pick Breath of Fire. And then in terms for the fighting games, because I gotta pick a fighting game. I chose the Versus series, which the cool thing about this is that it's not just Marvel versus Capcom. This is just like Capcom versus anything. So like TVC, MVC, CVS, all that stuff. X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel, all that stuff. So I'm just gonna choose versus Capcom again because I really would miss those games to come back. Lost Planet, I chose that before. 1942. I feel like this could get maybe like a retro release, like an HD release or something like that. I don't think we necessarily would need like a AAA release of like 1942. I mean, I'd still play it because I mean, like I said, I'm a Capcom fan. But here's the sixth question. So, is there a game that you would like to see completely remade with the latest technology, including character design and story direction? Now, again, here's my big one. I chose Rival Schools, and I see more of these here. Now, I think for this time around, I'm going to choose Breath of Fire. Like I said, the fighting game guy in me chose Rival Schools. I still would love to choose Rival Schools. I've been saying this for a very long time. Like, in terms of fighting games, even more so than Darkstalkers, for me, I need to see Rival Schools come back. Like, I need my Rival Schools slash Project Justice. These characters are so fun, wacky, and cool. Like, they're some of the next to Street Fighter and Darkstalkers, some of the best fucking characters they made. Like, I love the setting of Rival Schools. It's great. So, but for this time around, I'm gonna choose me some Breath of Fire because I need Capcom to get back into some JRPGs. Let's see. Question number 7. What was the first Capcom game you played? Now, I put Street Fighter 2 before, and I think I'm still gonna put that because I always get muddied whether it was Mega Man or Street Fighter, but a lot of times I do think it's Street Fighter 2, just because me and my dad played a ton of video games when I was a kid. Like we played a bunch of video games together when I was a kid. And I mean, obviously, what's one of the games you always play immediately? You play Street like one of the Street you play Street Fighter 2. Like, come on, this is this shit that a lot of people played, especially because like if you are as old as I am right now and you remember a lot of those like third party sort of like game controller like game plug-in things where you just plug it into your TV and you turn the thing on and you have like this abundance of like all of these like classic games that you can choose from and just pick like you know what I'm talking about. I think they still release stuff like that today. It was pretty much like a little or mini arcade thing type whatever but I'm just yeah for the sake of it I'm just going to say Street Fighter 2. Question 8. Which Capcom game has influenced you the most? Now, which again, this is hard because I listen. I'm a Capcom kid. I played a lot of Capcom games, a lot, a lot. Now, let me see. Previously, I said Mega Man Battle Network 3, and it was the white version, and I do remember that because when I was a kid, and I actually think that was the first Battle Network game I played. It was 3. I remember like the music. That's why it's like whenever I hear like those sounds and all that stuff, even when I got the Legacy Collection again, like I specifically always looked for the BN3 music and sounds and all that stuff because those were the ones that I vividly remember. So again, now we're gonna go for more of a fighting game angle, and you know what? I'm gonna say Street Fighter EX 3. This game is so slept on. People don't really care. I know people don't really care for it too much. I rep Street Fighter EX3. I love this game. The music is great. I love the Iraq. I was about to say Iraqi. The character. I was Akira. The fighting. I don't know, but the fighting layer characters. You get it. Like, listen, this game gave me one of my most favorite fighting game characters ever. Right up here. You see him in the corner here. I'll put a little thing in the side, but like, no, this guy, Skullmania. Listen, if you play this game and you tell me you're not a Skullmania fan after that, you're lying to me. Like, get out of here. Go play that game and go become a Skullmania worshiper. Okay, no, okay, no, but this I love. I have a weird like attachment with this game. Like I love Street Fighter EX3. Is it the best Street Fighter out there? Obviously not. In terms of talking about comparing the games, but like I love this game. I love this game. I've always loved this game. Like again, it was something me and my dad played a lot. And I enjoyed the 3D style of this game. It was fun. It was fun. It was cool. Question number 9. Do you have a complaint you would like to share with Capcom? Please select the one. You can only select one here. Now, again, of course, for as much as I do love Capcom, they're not perfect. So what would I say? I forgot. I think I put resting on its laurels too much lately. No, I think that one, which okay. So I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm reading this one as they're relying too much on like their staples. So obviously lately it's been Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, which of course we know that's fine, but they really haven't done anything to like they're not doing what Sega has come out and has or now they're now going to be doing, which is going back to some of their older IPs. Now we did get Exo Primal. Now I thought Exo Primal was okay. They at least caught my interest, but the whole thing about that with like the live service title and that coming out in between Street Fighter and all that stuff, and like it's very weird timing for that game. And it's just, of course, it also came out during it's coming out during or it came out during the time where a lot of people are already getting put off edge of live service games and all that stuff. Too money oriented. Yeah, I mean that could be any company. Reboot old IPs already. Too slow to release new number titles. I don't necessarily think so. Lame designs, no. It needs to communicate with its fans better. A little bit, maybe. Lots of reasons not listed above. I'm not really sure about that. No complaints here. This is just no, absolutely not. There is always something. Release more original titles, not sequels. Maybe I don't know. Like I would love to see Capcom do something new, which I mean they did with Exo Primal, but you gotta do something. So I'm gonna hit for the reboot old IPs. I would love to see Capcom get involved back in just their old stuff again, more of their old stuff again, man. It just see if they can produce just as great of a quality of a game for say something like again Rival Schools or Darkstalkers or Onimusha or Okami. Like if they could do just as much work for those titles as like a Street Fighter or a Resident Evil or a Monster Hunter. And just make more modern Capcom fans again. Make people remind make these new fans remind uh, uh, hold up. Oh my god, I can't talk. Capcom needs to remind these new guys out here why they used to be one of the goats, or why they still are one of the goats. Um, you know what? Yeah, right. My brain. Forget that fucking jumbled mess for like the past 2 minutes. I'm so stupid. I mean, okay. So yes, that's pretty much the survey right there. And then of course you have like your final little like, oh, do you want to add anything extra? And for me, I'm just gonna put you're gonna, this is essentially the survey. So definitely go ahead and get this survey out of the way. Not out of the way, but definitely go ahead and do this. I don't know if there's a specific time limit on this. I don't know, like if they're only going to have it up for a certain amount of time, or if it's just going to be here for you to do. So definitely go ahead. Like I said, you see how it's a very quick, very short survey, and you could definitely give Capcom some feedback and insight. In terms of stuff that you like, what you may want in the future, and like I said, you never know. You never know. Like stuff like this does work. Stuff like this does work. Like there are times where Capcom will look at this and maybe like 3 4 years down the line, you never know. You might see some game that you were waiting for that you weren't expecting Capcom to do. Um, so yeah, that's it. Go ahead and get this out the way. I'll put the link for this survey in the description of the video and everything. But let me go ahead and get out of here. This is the Space Cowboy signing off. Hope you guys have a good night. Which of the following Capcom games do you like the best? That's better. That's better. That is better.